Hi, everyone. My name is Arun Sundaram, and I'm an equity analyst with CFRA Research. Really excited to talk to you all today about the dynamics playing out in the grocery industry due to COVID-19 and how the entire food retail landscape is changing. In fact, the food retail landscape is changing far faster than anyone could have ever predicted. Trends that should have taken 3 to 5 years to materialize happened within just a few months. So while most companies in the food and beverage industry are now scrambling to catch up to this sudden surge in demand, the notable giants in this space like Amazon, Walmart, and Kroger, who are already ahead of the game thanks to some smart strategies over the last few years, these guys have been able to capitalize on this movement and subsequently gain some market share. So in this quick video, we'll walk through the transformation in the industry, including some recent e-commerce trends and how the industry giants are tackling this new opportunity. What's clear is that COVID-19 has changed where and how people shop for groceries. 78% of people have changed where they shop for groceries, and the three main reasons why are people are afraid of getting ill, people are concerned about certain items being consistently out of stock, and because people are worried about rising prices. 44% of people are spending more per visit, and this is because people are shopping less frequently. So by consolidating shopping trips, people are obviously spending more per trip, which I think is a very important trend because this could stick over a longer term, which would obviously have be a headwind for smaller specialty grocers, but a tailwind for larger ones. And this is because consumers want to be ensured that they can purchase everything they need in one trip. And then, according to the survey, 28% of people are now shopping more online. More on this to come in the next slide. And lastly, 10% of people say they no longer shop in store. So if we assume that there are about 130 million households in the U.S., this would mean about 13 million households no longer shop in store anymore. So this survey was conducted during the pandemic, so it's unknown what these percentages will look like in a post-COVID world. However, we do think many of these trends will stick around for a while. All right, so it's clear that online grocery shopping is going to accelerate in the U.S., but by how much and how fast? Well, one thing that's certain is that before COVID-19 hit, the U.S. remained largely immune to digital disruption within the grocery industry. As you can see on this chart, e-commerce grocery sales as a percentage of total grocery sales were only about 4% in 2019, which lags other large economies around the world, such as the UK, who had a penetration rate about 7%, and then China, who had a penetration rate of over 10%, and then South Korea's penetration rate was nearly 20%. So a lot of other countries have adopted online grocery shopping much faster than the US, which is quite frankly a bit surprising given that consumers in the US have obviously adopted digital shopping in other categories like footwear, apparel, technology. So what's the e-commerce penetration rate right now? Well, due to the unprecedented shift in at-home consumption, combined with the investments retailers are making in the e-commerce space, the penetration rate in the US is now 10%. So e-commerce grocery sales as a percentage of total grocery sales have gone from 4% to 10% in just a few months. So it's more than doubled. And again, nobody would have predicted this before the pandemic. Okay, so the next question is how much of this growth and penetration will stick around and just how fast have trends accelerated? Well, this chart I think is pretty astonishing. It illustrates that before COVID-19 hit, it would take 6 years to reach a penetration rate close to 10%. Now that trends have accelerated, in 6 years, we now expect e-commerce grocery sales to be between 12% and 15% of total grocery sales. So a 3 to 6 percentage point increase in our estimate because of the pandemic. This is an incredible growth opportunity for food retailers. So, the e-commerce war is on. Okay, now that we understand where online grocery shopping is heading, let's take a look at some of the dominant players in this industry and what they're doing to capture some of this unprecedented growth. Amazon, being the largest online retailer in the US, has been gaining tremendous traction in the food retail industry ever since it acquired Whole Foods Market in 2017. Amazon now has more than 100 million Prime members in the US and has tremendous opportunity to capture more market share as consumers make the shift toward digital grocery shopping. And if you look at Amazon's numbers, the growth is really just beginning. In Q2, the latest quarter, Amazon tripled its online grocery sales year over year. And then the next is Walmart, who is the largest grocer in the US and is known for its logistics, supply chain, everyday low prices, as well as its vast geographic footprint. Did you know that 90% of Americans live within 10 miles of a Walmart? That is mind-blowing, as it means that more than 300 million people can theoretically shop at a Walmart store. We think Walmart is just beginning to tap the surface when it comes to online grocery shopping. The company just announced its highly anticipated Walmart Plus service, which we believe will be a game changer for both the company as well as the industry, because it has the ability to transform the way millions of US consumers buy their groceries. And then last but not least is Kroger. Although Kroger is obviously smaller than Amazon and Walmart, I don't think you can count Kroger out of this race yet, because the food retail industry is large enough for many winners. The industry is valued at about $1 trillion in the US, so you don't necessarily have to be the clear industry leader to be the quote-unquote winner. The way Kroger is winning in our view is through sizable investments in its distribution centers through a partnership with Ocado, who is UK's largest online grocer. These highly automated fulfillment centers should drive efficiencies and accelerate Kroger's digital strategy. The first automated fulfillment center is slated to open up early next year, and Kroger has plans to open up several more over the next few years. So in closing, obviously a lot going on in an industry that's historically been very stable. The e-commerce war is very real, and it's really in its early stages. As you saw on the previous slide, there's tremendous runway for growth in the United States. So I think 1 year from today, the industry will look a lot different than what you see today, and that's what I'm most excited about. All right, with that, thank you for joining us today, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks again, and have a great day.